Welcome back for another video. So welcome back guys. You guys have been asking for some losing trades, so I've been recording a lot of my trades recently, which is something that I don't usually do. Okay, so I've always said from day one, always have losing trades. We have them all the time, and we have winning trades as well. So this one is it's a loss, $385. So basically what happened was I actually traded DAL, so Delta Airlines, on this open. I got over $600 profit on that one. I then looked at my watch list, as I usually do, had a look at my watch list. I seen CCL. CCL had quite a sell-off on the open, and I was watching it, and it looked as though it had reached a major support level. So I ended up going in quite heavy with 2,500 lots. I was very confident, to be honest with you, that it was going to recover. So I actually ended up adding another 2,000 lots. So it was a big position. So 4,500 lots, which is a significant position. You know, it's a lot of capital. But I went in heavy because I was very confident. I really thought again it hit a major support level, but it hadn't. So I held on to it. The trade only lasted for about 3 minutes. But this is what you've got to do. You've got to cut loose these losing trades. Now that could have continued to sell off, and instead of losing, you know, $385, it could easily have been 1,000, especially because of the size of the position. It was a big position, and that's the reason that I actually liquidated this position and took the loss. Was it just continued to sell off. Now you can either wait and pray and hope that it recovers, or you can just cut the loss and get out and liquidate and protect your capital, and that's exactly what I've done. Now it takes a long time to get to that point where you just liquidate it and you have no emotional attachment to it anymore. You're just like a robot. It takes a long time to get to that place. Now I can take a loss of $485 easy because I know I'll make it back. But at the start of my career I couldn't do that. And a lot of you guys that are still going through the process, you'll have the same issue. You know, you couldn't take a loss of $385, so you'll hold on. And you'll hold on and you'll hold on, and instead of it being $385, it could turn into, you know, 1.3k. Okay, so this is where discipline comes in. This is where discipline comes in, and this is where you become a profitable trader. Okay, because, you know, most of our trades are profitable. You know, it's just the one red here and the one red there, which we should be cutting loose, turns into a massive loss, and then we're overall, you know, in terms of our capital, we're negative net, you know, because we just wouldn't accept the loss. You've got to accept these losses, guys. You've got to accept them. You have to accept them. Now I did wait a little bit, so I waited 3 minutes. So it wasn't a long trade. You know, it was a relatively quick trade. But at the same token, you know, I just got out, and when I did liquidate, I didn't go back in again to look, because I thought to myself, no. That was my second trade of this open. So I traded Delta Airlines, got a profit of just over $600, went in long CCL, took the loss. But this is where the discipline comes in, because, as I said, I didn't go back in again just to recover that loss. I didn't go back in to see if it's sold off even further, because that's a really nasty trap, because I could easily have gone in again and it could have sold off even further again and taken even another $200. And then the temptation is to go in again, because you're thinking to yourself, all right, this definitely has to be the major support level that I previously thought it had hit the time before and the time before. This is where discipline comes in. You cut it, you walk away. Now I'm not going to look at that trade again. I'm not going to look at that stock for the rest of the day. I'm not. Because if I look now, I will look again in half an hour, and then I'll look again in an hour, and I'll do that for the rest of the day, because then you're back into that bad cycle. So you've got to maintain discipline. So I'm here making this video, and this is another good way for me not to even look at that stock. I'm not even going to look at that stock for the rest of the session, because I don't want to be in a position where I'm saying to myself, God, I could have gone in again and recouped my loss. Okay, that cannot be the mindset that you have, because if that's the way you're thinking, you know, after a trade, you'll start to incorporate that in your trade when you're actually in the trade, and you'll be trying to look to the future and saying to yourself, oh my God, I hope that in an hour's time or 6 hours time or tomorrow that I'm not saying to myself, oh, I should have held on, because that's completely the wrong mentality. Okay, so here's the trade, and anyway, it only lasts for about 3 minutes, guys. So as usual, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And if you want to follow me or message me, my Instagram is sambora.00. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Okay, it's nearly time for the open. So ready to go. Laptop's ready, iPad's ready, iPhone's ready. Everything's ready. So a little bit of fresh air just before the open, take in that beautiful view, and here we go. Let's do this. This is what we do every day. Let's do this. Okay, so I've actually just traded Delta Airlines, so it took a profit just over $600, $600. So I'm just looking at CCL here, just taking a long position there, 2,500 lots. The reason I've taken this long position is because look at that sell-off. I've been watching it. I'm going to actually add to that because I'm quite confident here. So another 200 lots, another 2,000 lots. There we go, 4,500 lots. So that's a pretty big position. Okay, so the reason I've taken this position is because of the sell-off. Okay, so quite a significant sell-off. So I've went in and let's see where this goes. Although it does seem to be rejecting there, doesn't it, at the support level, which is exactly what I'm looking for. So I would like to think that would have a relatively decent recovery here. There's a good bit of volume here at the moment, 6.6 million. I'm on the 5 minute time frame just at the moment. I do normally have it on the 1, but I've just switched to the 5 here just to get a more expansive picture of the previous session also. Looks like it wants to recover as well, doesn't it? So there's plenty of scope here for a decent profit, hopefully. Come on. It's actually struggling there to push back up through them support level, them resistance levels to recover, isn't it? It was just kind of rejected there and immediately pushed down. Oh, maybe this is the recovery now. Maybe this is it. A little bit more volume as well, 6.7 million. What do you want to do? Come on. Come on. It's struggling here to recover, isn't it? I'd like to think it's hit the bottom though. No, being rejected again. Oof. Oh my. That's the problem when you've traded with a big position. It doesn't take much to be down. Yeah, okay, that's it. I'm going to pull the plug on this. This could turn into a much bigger loss than what I'm currently sitting at. I just don't like what I'm seeing here at all. It doesn't want to recover. It's struggling to recover here, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'll just take this loss. No point in holding on to this. It could turn into $1,000 loss if I don't pull the plug. It's just reaching new lows now, so I'm going to pull the plug on this because it's reaching new lows. That's it. So there you have it, guys. $385 loss, which you must accept. And this is the difference between being a profitable, successful day trader and not. It's accepting these losses. This happens to me throughout the week. Of course it does. I'm guaranteed to have one of these losses per week where I lose $300-400. It's guaranteed. You know, I don't very often go through a full week without having absolutely no losses. It's impossible. It's impossible to have no losses. This is part of the process. It's part of the game, and this is what it is. You must accept that. You must accept the losses, and it's all about protecting your loss. So instead of you thinking, you know, of losing $385, what you need to be saying to yourself is, I'm going to cut this off now in case this turns into $600. That has to be your mindset. That has to be the approach. Because if you use the other approach of, oh, I'm losing $385, you know, straight away you're having a negative impact on your psychology in terms of your trading. So you've got to turn that around, and it sounds corny, but you've got to turn that negative into a positive. And it sounds really corny, but it's actually true. That's what you need to do. And it's nothing to do with the physical aspect of training, it's to do with your psychology. So that's what you need to do. You need to actually say to yourself, instead of saying to yourself, I've just lost $385, you need to say to yourself, I've managed my risk there. The risk has been managed. I've cut it $385. It could easily have turned into a $600 loss, $700 loss, $800 loss. And that's the mindset that you have to have, because otherwise, if you use the opposite mindset, you're losing. And that's the mindset that you will walk away from with that day. You've lost, you've failed. This is the mindset of losers. You cannot afford to allow that mindset to seep into your psychology. You've got to turn it around. As I said, I know it sounds corny, but you've got to turn that negative into a positive, because if you don't, the next time you go into a trade, you're going to hold on to that negative thought. Okay, so this is why the psychology of trading is so important. So hope you enjoyed that video, guys. See you again real soon for more videos.